Commit to it, set yourself.
Get it.
Tight.
One time.
Big legs,
Big
throw
legs.
and catch.
Drive it. Yes.
Easy money, dude.
What is happening, people? It is Brian Alsruhe with NEVERsate.com. For today's video, I want to talk to you guys about 3 undeniable truths that will make you great in this whole iron lifting game. In reality, you can apply these same exact truths to just about anywhere in your life, whether it be your relationships, your career, your diet, it doesn't matter. You can literally apply these things everywhere and it will work. However, for today's video, of course, since we are primarily a lifting channel, I'm gonna be talking about how these 3 principles can be used primarily in progress with lifting. Now, I can already feel some of you trolls coming out, getting ready to start typing these steroid comments, and that's completely fine, people. No one is here going to deny that steroids help people get down this weightlifting road further and faster than they do without them. There is no denying that. However, Mr. Smarty Pants, if you don't have these other 3 things in place, you can do all the steroids in the world juiced to the gills, and it's not gonna matter. Because some truths will always be truths, whether you like it or you don't. Which brings us to the first inconvenient key to being successful in this iron game, and that is patience. So I know a lot of you are about ready to click off of this video, and that is completely fine, but here is the hard truth that you really don't wanna hear, and that is that the human body does not like to change. It takes a very, very long time for it to change to any significant amount. There are 100% more effective ways to get to that end destination that can get you there a lot faster than without them, hence why you should be watching my channel all the time, all day, every day. But the hard truth is that this game takes a very, very long time to get anywhere. This is exactly why so many times in comments, people will talk about how strong I am or something like that, and I just kind of turn it around. I'm like, man, it's not that I'm that much stronger, it's just that I've been doing it that much longer. If I decided to, paint watercolor pictures of puppies all day, after 25 years, I'd be pretty good at that too. That's probably not true at all. It's probably not.
No, we've seen you draw on the whiteboard.
So no matter what stage you are in this game, whether you are right at the beginning or you're an advanced lifter, know that no matter what you want to do, whether it be what type of significant change in strength or body mass or whatever, it's going to take you much longer than you think. And for most people, it's going to be years, not months. It's going to be years or maybe even decades to actually get where you're thinking this significant change is going to be. Now, of course, that significant change is going to be different things for different people, because there's people who literally go to the Olympics and work for 4 years just trying to gain literally 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds on their snatch to get a world record or a world championship or whatever the case may be. To them, that is a huge, huge step up that it took 4 years to get to. Now, if you're right there at the beginning, you literally might take your training 200, 300, 400 pounds difference in that amount of time. But whatever you're thinking that a substantial change in your body or substantial progress is going to be, understand that you're probably looking at years, because getting big and strong with that easy, every single 15-year-old would walk around looking like Ronnie Coleman. So when it comes to this part of the game, I want you to take a very macro mindset. I want you to literally just kind of forget about the world when it comes to your lifting. So think about the fact that you're on a road trip going from here all the way across country, and you only need to be on one road, all right? It's not complicated to drive. You literally just need to do the same things over and over and over again. You are on one road. The problem is that while you're driving on that one road, everyone likes to keep popping their head up and stopping to check that out, or stopping to check this out, or taking a detour, or doing whatever the case may be. Literally on this game, what I want you to do is put your head down and work. 6 months later, pop your head up, look around, see where you're at. Check your PRs, see what's happening, switch some things up, put your head back down and work. Continue to do that in 6-month increments, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, however long it needs to be, that you need to keep your head down and stop comparing yourself to everyone else around you. Keep your head down, do the work. Every 6 to 9 months, pop your head up, do that for 2-3 years, and then look around, and you will be absolutely shocked at the difference that happened in your body. Now, if you're one of those people who can't stop checking every single moment to see if you're making some sort of progress, and you want to be testing your PRs all the time, or you want to be looking in the mirror constantly to see if you gained weight or lost weight, or scale 16 times a day, that's going to be very, very hard for you. That would not be patience. That would be being neurotic, I think. And also with patience, I talk about this all the time in my other videos, you need to look at it like you're building a castle or a big wall. You can only do that one brick or one stone at a time, right? It is impossible for you to build this castle any faster, whether you are on steroids or every supplement, or you have great food, great genetics, bad genetics, whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. You still need to put one stone in the wall every single time. That said, never forget you want to spend the most time on your foundation. You never want to stop reinforcing that foundation because that is what's going to be allowing you to fortify the entire thing much, much stronger than it ever could be. Because trust me, if you do not spend a lot of time on that foundation and you rush through that part, I guarantee you 25 years, it will not be standing any longer. All right, so the first thing you need to adopt if you're gonna be successful in this iron game is patience. The second thing is the understanding that you are not special, and the only thing in this world that could possibly make you special whatsoever is hard work. Now, I know your third grade teacher thinks you're special and your mom thinks you're special, but honestly, no one cares. No one, literally no one cares. Every single person has problems and things to overcome. Some people are born with a lot, some people are born with a little, but I tell you what, there is absolutely nothing that trumps hard work. Talent does not, knowledge does not, the best coaching or best program or any drug in the world does not trump hard work. Every single one of you right now can think of someone who has the best genetics, all the talent in the world, but they're lazy. It came too easy to them, so they dropped the ball. I can personally think of tons of friends who could have been playing a pro sport, but just got lazy towards the end of their college career. I'm not gonna lie, being talented helps. Genetics helps a ton. However, if you don't put in the hard work, you can have the best genetics in the world. It's not going to matter when you go against someone who is actually putting in that work. And knowledge is absolutely amazing. When I was coming up, we did not have the internet, so literally you just had to ask big guys what they did and try different stuff to see what worked and didn't. You guys have such a shortcut to getting so much further along than any of us did who are from my generation. However, you guys just keep looking for more and more shortcuts, just keep searching for knowledge. Less time spent on the internet and a little more time spent in the gym, actually applying the things that you're using rather than debating on the internet over what squat is better or this or that. Doesn't really matter, guys. You need to put in that work. So for knowledge, some people that actually is detrimental to their progress, I would just tell you guys, you can be the most talented person, you have the best genetics in the world, you can have all the knowledge in the world, but it doesn't matter without execution. So many of us know exactly how to eat or how to train. The problem is, there's not a whole lot of people that do it. And then amongst those people who do actually put in the time, whether they actually put in that intensity is a completely different game because this is a hard game that is painful. It's not fun to come in and torture yourself every single day. However, if you have the goals for it, it is absolutely possible. And guys, don't get it twisted. I'm not talking about spending all this time and sacrificing hard work if you actually just look at this as kind of a side hobby. I'm talking about becoming great. That's the whole premise of this video. If you want to be great at something, it's gotta cost you something, right? So if you're happy with where you're at and you just wanna make a little bit of progress, I'm not talking to you, right? I'm talking about the people who truly wanna make a significant change. It's going to need to matter. All the hard work that you put in is going to count. Now the problem with that is in our game, you can't just continually do more. If your bench sucks, you can't just say, well, I will bench all day, every day until I can't bench anymore and it will get better. That's not gonna go well for anybody. Because of CNS demands and everything else, you can't always just throw more things at it. However, you do have another 20 plus hours throughout the day that you can be doing your recovery, your lacrosse ball work, your foam rolling, doing your meal prep, you're sleeping, you're doing all the other things that pile up into actually making an amazing athlete. If you guys are like, man, I already do that stuff and I still have plenty of time, I will tell you that hanging around some of the most elite guys in the world, somebody like Brian Shaw, his entire job is being the strongest man on the planet. Like, yes, he has some media stuff and other things he needs to do, but between eating, meal prep, lifting, training, recovery, it is a full-time gig. And again, this isn't for the person that's just trying to gain 20 pounds on a squat. This is someone who wants to be great. It's gotta cost you. You need to put that time and hard work in. But I would say without a doubt, the main problem that I see people when it comes to hard work in the gym is that people don't even come in prepared or with an intent, right? So most people come into the gym and they kind of look around, they're like, I guess I'll do that, I guess do that. Maybe they do over a program, but that program doesn't come out until they show up at the gym and then they look at it like, oh, I have squats today. Oh, look, it's 80% for sets of 2 or whatever, right? That's how most people go about doing their workouts, man. For us here at NEVERsate, we literally, the entire day before, sometimes 2 days before if it's a big workout for me, I'm literally going over that thing in my mind, visualizing what needs to go. I'm looking at the parts that are gonna be really hard, the parts that are gonna be easy, stuff that I can cruise through, stuff that I know that I'm going to need to be very focused in, the parts that are gonna suck, that I'm gonna need to be mentally prepared in, and make those decisions before the workout starts. So if I have as many reps as possible set, coming up mid-workout, beforehand I can look at the weight and look at the thing as a total objective, logical person, I can be, you know what, I think I should get 10 reps for that set. But then once I get to that point during the workout, I'm completely smoked. Maybe I'm going, you know what, maybe 8's good enough, maybe 8's good enough. And if I had not made that decision beforehand, 8 would have been good enough, and that's would have been what I got for that day. However, my weak-minded, tired Brian brain does not make the best decisions, right? So if I said 8 is enough, I'll be able to argue with myself and be like, no. The logical guy who was being objective looked at this and said, you should be able to get 10. So let's go ahead and get 10. Suck it up, Buttercup. But yes, if you are not making small micro goals all of the time for your workouts before you actually get there, the night before, or whatever the case may be, then I think you're probably leaving a lot on the table. And since I'm having trouble talking, that means it's time to just about wrap this thing up. So the first point is that you're gonna need to be patient because it's gonna take a lot longer than you think. The second point that I talked about was hard work, because I can't tell you to have better genetics. I can't tell you to grow bigger traps if you can't grow traps very well. The only thing that can equalize that is hard work. And again, we're not only talking about hard work inside the realm of the gym, we're also talking about the entire other day and night where you could be doing things that will absolutely substantially make a difference. Because if you took two people, if you could clone yourself and you both trained the exact same way, the person who did all the other recovery stuff and intent and all the mindset stuff that went along with it compared to the other guy who didn't and just went in and lifted, the results would be staggering. So patience, hard work. The third thing is consistency, people. And this part really is where the embrace the suck or just live the grind kind of thing starts living in, because you start to make those decisions where it's not even a decision anymore. Like you have to go to the gym. If you don't go to the gym, it is a strange thing. You need to get to that point where no matter what, it is a part of your life. When we start talking about consistency, especially in something like patience, being patient for a week isn't patience. Expecting results in 3 months or even 6 months, that's not patience at all either. A year, no, not really. You start looking at like 5 to 10 years, I'll start saying yes. You're starting to get more on the patient kind of time of that. However, that is from my perspective right now. I know to a lot of 18, 19, 20-year-olds right now, you say 10 years, they're like, bro, that's half my life. That is such an eternity of time. I have all the time in the world. However, now that I'm a little bit older than you guys, I'm starting to look at 40. I can tell you that 10 years is nothing more than like a long yawn. And I'm absolutely sure that some of you lifters are even older than me would gladly reach out and say, you know what, it's definitely not getting any slower as the years go on. When it comes to consistency with the hard work, that goes without saying, guys. You literally just need to look at all the things that you're doing in the good column versus the bad column, right? So when you get done at the end of the week, as often as it happens, someone will email me and be like, bro, I don't know what's going on, my deadlift is going down, and nothing has changed, blah, blah, blah. So I actually start asking them, how many things are you sticking in that good column? Did you hit all of your workouts? Did you hit all of your reps? Did you do your conditioning? How about doing your foam rolling and lacrosse ball work? How about your recovery? Did you do any cryotherapy, your ice baths? How was your eating? How was your sleeping? How was all this stuff? And then I start asking, well, we just got through some holidays. Was that more stressful to you? How about work? Is anything going on at work? Relationships, stuff going on? Did you get a good night's sleep? All your food, blah, blah, whatever the case may be. And almost everyone, if you audit what actually went on, you will be absolutely amazed that you can always figure out almost exactly what is happening. I know it seems like magic, but the body's like a math problem. If you do A plus B consistently all the time for a long enough period, you'll get the same results every single time. And also, guys, I hate to circle back on it, but if you are not happy with your results in the gym and you're only going a couple times a week, that has to change. It needs to become a bigger priority. So I'll get emails sometimes from people saying, well, I can only go to the gym 2 times a week. And my response sounds really, really harsh, but I honestly kind of say, well, why don't you like go hiking or rock climbing or something else that is more fun for you than lifting, that beats you up a little bit less? Because going to the gym 2 times a week, I don't really believe you're even maintaining. I think you're probably just, I don't know, you're in some weird limbo there, right? Because when you really think about how much it takes to actually become great or even good or even remotely okay at something, it's a substantial amount of time. If I told you that you wanted to learn Spanish, right? And just like the gym, you were spending 1 hour 2 times a week doing Spanish. The rest of the week, no Spanish at all. How long do you think that's gonna take before you're fluent, right? So when you apply it to something else, it seems absolutely ridiculous. You could never learn Spanish doing 2 hours a week. It would take you a lifetime to be able to say, "Que lástima, rompecabezas." You're welcome. If you truly want something and it's a priority, you need to spend the time on it, and that needs to happen consistently. Every single strong guy or every single great businessman, every single great person in a relationship, it doesn't matter what you're doing, these 3 things matter, all right? You need to have patience, you need to work hard, you need to outwork everybody, and then on top of that, you need to do it consistently. If you do those things, those 3 things long enough, honestly, whether you make it great in this game or you don't comes down to whether you can stay injury-free long enough or you have a mindset that's strong enough to come back from your injuries enough times that you stay in the game. Everyone who is great at this, or really great as anything, literally just outlasts everyone else out of the love and passion for what they're doing. So if you're having relationship problems, remember you have to be patient. Remember that if you're not putting work in, if you're only doing 2 hours of relationship work a week, it's probably not gonna grow very much, right? So spend some time there, dude. If you're having a problem in your career, audit your life, see where it's going wrong. These 3 things, patience, hard work, consistency, will get you successful anywhere you want to go if you apply them to your life. Guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope this wasn't too boring. Like I said, let me know in the comment section down below if you guys be interested in me doing a podcast. Obviously, it wouldn't always be me just ranting about nonsense and pontificating from my soapbox. Sometimes I might actually have more interesting people on to talk, or even some of the guys from the gym might jump on and we'll just share you guys some of our experiences, what has worked for us, what hasn't. But then you guys can kind of have a more passive form of intaking some of this knowledge when you're in your car or when you're doing your meal prep or whatever it is that you do when you're working out. So let me know if you'd be interested in a podcast below. I don't know whether I'm ready to invest the money to do it. So if I get enough people saying yes, then maybe I will. But if you honestly think it sucks and I should shut up, you should probably go to Olu's channel and let him know, because I don't think I can handle that type of rejection. Sorry, Olu. But subscribe while you're there. Thank you guys so much for spending a little bit of time with me. I really do appreciate it. Trying to get back to all of you in the comment section. So if you do leave something down there, I should get back to you. Programs, unless you guys bought it maybe like a day or 2 ago, you should have your programs, guys. I thank you so much for all of that. It makes me so happy to be able to help you guys out, and you guys seem to be getting really good results. That makes my heart happy. I will catch up with you guys later in the week. If you guys do have suggestions, stuff you'd like to see below, let me know. I will catch up with you later in the week. Until I do go out to something amazing in your lives, keep working hard, people. I talk way too fast. Be nice to each other. Nice, each other. Be nice. Bye.